Welcome everyone to the Side Drive Podcast, and this is our first interview with another person. First time having a guest.
Our very first guest.
So we got Slade Gravitt, the number one draft pick for the eNASCAR Heat Pro League Series for the Wood Brothers. So it was a great opportunity to interview our first guest. But since it was our first video doing this type of style, there are issues that are bound to happen for sure.
And we have one of those issues.
Yeah, we had a big one. Our camera wasn't recording the entire time. So
we give him the whole spotlight now.
Yeah, so you'll be able to see him and hear him perfectly. We did have a little issue where it was like a little bit of echo, but still good audio, and we'll just try to edit in something while we're talking. But we do hope you enjoy this interview. Welcome everyone to the Side Drive Podcast, and today we have our first interview on our channel. We'd like to welcome Slade Gravitt to our show.
Thanks guys, it's an honor to be here.
Yeah, so thanks for joining us. So you was the number one draft pick for the eNASCAR Heat League for PS4, is that right?
Yes, sir.
Driving for the Wood Brothers, so that's got to be really exciting there.
Yeah, for sure. Getting to drive for a team like Wood Brothers with all the history, being the oldest team in NASCAR is awesome. And just because they have such a close family connection, it's pretty much family run, and it's also pretty cool to be able to drive for a team like this.
That's a good opportunity for that, too.
Yes, sir.
So what was it like for going into the draft, and how did that all come about?
The process has been pretty challenging, to say the least, just because all we had to do, because they had a qualifying period to where day in, day out for about a month and a half, we kind of just ran lap times and races to see how fast you could be, how clean you were, what kind of contact, like if you're making any contact in lobbies, how clean a driver you were. And then they got the data from that, and they put that into the top 50 for each console. And they got 100 guys total, and they went to these showcase races. And then we races guys had Group A and Group B, what they thought the top 20 guys were on each console, and the bottom 20 out of the top 50, and raced that. And then the draft came, and I don't know if you guys were able to catch that, but they flew out the number one draft picks from each console, and along with Skirt Bush, who went to Chip Ganassi, I was able to go to Phoenix for the first time, and meet all these cool people. So it's been a very cool experience overall.
Yeah, I bet so. So what was that call like when they told you get the number one draft pick?
Oh, it's crazy. It was Monday before the draft. The draft happened 6 days after I got this phone call because they had to get the plane tickets out and everything. And I got a text from John Wood, who pretty much runs the esports for Wood Brothers, and said, we got the number one pick. We've been looking at you a lot, and we like what we see out of your driving, your marketability, your age, and all that. And we love to take number one, and my heart sank. Because I honestly, right that day, I thought I had a chance to get drafted like everybody else did, but I didn't think I was a lock. And, getting that phone call, phone call from someone like John Wood telling you that you're locked in the draft, you're getting to go to Phoenix, it's pretty special.
That's pretty awesome to get a phone call from John Wood. That's
for sure.
So you told me on Twitter you had your own league there, NASCAR Heat, before all this came. So how did that help you prepare for this?
Our league group is called the Midnight Broadcast Network, and out of, I think, everyone in our league, we have a total of 7 guys in our league who are in the Pro League. So it's very high competition, but we were all working together ever since the beginning for this Pro League. We didn't think, we just want to join it, see how it would be, the process, and, of course, have some fun while we're at it. And we were all able to, of course, do lap times, race a lot, keep it clean, get some good clips so that teams could see us, what we're doing, and kind of show the community what it's like to, race with some of these guys, other than you see on our broadcast. But it's been a big influence. Guys like their PSN usernames are Bags475, WVU Fan18, Patsace1, SmokeFanB 2014. Have been a big help. Those are guys at Midnight, and they've had a big help. And everyone here at Midnight is very supportive. of all of us, and it's been a huge part and a huge, at least for me, it's been a huge part for my entrance into the pro league and me getting drafted.
Pretty awesome.
So next one we have is, do you think this could possibly propel you in a future racing career?
I guess I could say you're asking the right person, because a lot of people are kind of at the age where it's going to be hard for them to get into racing, because any younger, I guess kind of a younger guy, if you're going to try to develop them and put them into a race car, I think there's only 3 guys in the pro league out of the 28 who are, I think, under the age of 20 or under the age of 21. And I'm the youngest, so I think it'll be able to put me in a race car. I mean, there's possibilities out there. If this pro league goes big, who knows where it's going to go? I would love to drive race cars, man. That'd be a dream come true. Or to just get somewhere working in NASCAR. But I think it's a possibility for someone of my age. But if you're looking at someone who's upper 20s, lower 30s, I don't think it's that big of a possibility. But for someone like me, it's a small chance. But I think it could possibly work out in the future.
Yeah, it'd be pretty awesome. Just give you a chance to be somewhere in NASCAR at some time. But yeah, I think it'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, you could even get the opportunity to be in the booth, possibly, for some Xfinity races or so.
Pretty awesome.
Yeah, for sure.
So what's some of your favorite features about NASCAR Heat?
My favorite features, they had a new one for Heat 3, and it was the broadcast feature, where you can actually broadcast races, get a commentary team together, and put on an actual production to what we have, and I think that's very cool. What they have with the setup building is also very cool. The physics they got, the graphics are amazing. What they got right now is, I think, it's a pretty good game. Obviously, for a console game, I think it's very good. But I'd say the feature I like the most was what they've added for Heat 3, and it was the broadcasting feature, and also it's I think it's overlooked, but for Heat 3 they added to where the right stick for a controller, you can look around your car with a 360 camera. And I think that's huge. I use that a lot for when I'm racing. I think that's a huge addition to the game, along with the broadcasting. But what they got going on in 74 games right now is, I think it's really good. They're building a lot of stuff on it. This Pro League's a great addition, and getting NASCAR and esports is they got a good thing going over there.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome getting NASCAR and with the gaming community too. So it's pretty awesome there. It's like a big deal.
Yeah, it's to get Race Team Alliance and NASCAR on board this, because I don't know if y'all seen, Matt DiBenedetto had a car at Bristol, and it had 2 of the Pro League drivers on it, one from Xbox, one from PS4, the Levine Family Racing's drivers, with the Pro League logo on it. And then I think the first couple races, right beside, right behind the front tires, it had the Pro League logo, and I thought that was pretty cool. So who knows what's going to go to, but with NASCAR and Race Team Alliance backing it up, I think it can go somewhere big.
Yeah, I can see it maybe expanding more and more as it goes along. So it's pretty awesome.
So what are some tracks that you feel are your strengths and weaknesses?
Let's see. I'd say the 2 milers, 2 miles definitely are my strengths, just because you can race with about anybody. Not really anybody, but when you got a good guys, you can put on some fantastic racing, especially Michigan Auto Club Pocono. Bristol, I really like. Watkins Glen, I really like. There's not really a track type I don't like. Like, for instance, road courses, I really like Watkins Glen and Canadian Tire, but I'm not a huge fan of Sonoma or the Roval. So, I mean, it just depends on whatever the track is. But my weaknesses, I'd probably say Darlington is definitely one of my weaknesses. Sonoma, the Roval, tracks like that is, even Gateway, tracks like that, I am just not really good there. Never really have been, but yeah, the 2 milers, a couple of the 1.5s, and a couple short tracks, road courses, kind of just a little bit of everything is where I'm strong suits at.
Yeah, I bet the Roval will be one of the most challenging tracks there is.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, even for some of the professional guys, it's a challenge.
Yeah.
So how do you think you can prepare for the races?
I kind of I think I'm just gonna do what I usually do. Just practice my setups for about an hour and a half, 2 hours. I usually do like an hour for our regular races, but I kind of put a lot more focus and time into it. About 2 hours, make sure everything's good, make sure it handles well, make sure got a qualifying car, race car, and I like to just listen to music about 10 minutes before the race. Just, it might sound weird for a video game of all things, but I kind of get in the zone and focus up just so I'm not, wrecking everybody. But yeah, that's probably my biggest thing. Just make sure the car's good and ready to go, and then get ready for the race.
So what's some of the biggest challenges that you face throughout the journey?
I'd say, I think it goes for everybody. The guys have full-time jobs, even for my case, having school, and then also focusing on the sport. But the time's been one of the biggest things. I've had to devote a lot of time to the qualifiers. For the showcase races and now the pro league, it's not so much just because, you just got to practice, set up, race it, make sure you're good, and possibly, support your team on social media and do all that stuff. But the qualifiers, man, that was... I think it was 12 a.m. to 9 p.m. each day. You had a qualifying race, even Christmas Eve. You had you had to do qualifiers, and then at 9 o'clock to 12 a.m., you got to do the finals and see where you actually lined up on your time. So there'd be a lot of times in my position where I knew I could get at least what it showed on the thing. So, if you got 6th fastest time at a road course, it'd be 6th on the leaderboard, show that. But there were several times where I think I could have got better, but of course, having to handle school and sports, I had to didn't really get to show my true potential, at least for the qualifiers, but that's been the hardest thing, is the qualifying races and qualifiers for this Pro League.
So I do believe that's all the questions we have.
It's pretty much all we had for today. We wish you good luck in the league, and hope our viewers keep an eye on you and support you.
Yeah, thanks guys. It's an honor to be on the show. I'll be tuning in for weeks to come, and hope you guys are watching.
Yeah, you did a great job. First interview, so. Congratulations on that. So.
Yeah, thanks, man. I appreciate you guys having me on. It was a real honor.
Yeah, thank you for joining us.
Well, we hope you enjoyed that interview with Slade and Gravitt. We wish him good luck in the E-Heat racing series, and wish him good luck in the championship, and maybe get more interviews to come.
Yeah, so if you have any suggestions of who we should interview in the future, leave them down below. And we'll see you in the next video, which should be Why Fans Love Jeff Gordon on Wednesday.